Hello, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello. Okay, we're going to wait a couple of minutes for the rest.
Okay.
Okay, good. Well, let's try to start. Okay. So let's see, guys. Hello, good evening. Today we're going to start a new topic that will be about Unit 3. And okay, in Unit 3, we're going to be studying one topic that we most of the time confuse with simple past. The name of the topic is present perfect. Okay, first of all, I want you remind you, sorry, that on the list that I send you, we have three different columns, right, with three different type of verbs. You have the infinitive form, that is the basic, it's like the base form of the verbs. Then you have the simple past. Okay, the simple past is the one that you use in the previous unit to talk about actions in the past, simple past. And then we have the past participle. Okay, the past participle, we use it, that grammatical tense in present perfect. Okay, when you talk about past participle of regular verbs, the past participle is exactly the same than the past. For example, this simple past, you say accepted. Past participle, accepted. It doesn't change. Simple past, counted. Past participle, counted. Simple past, dated. Past participle, dated. So what does mean? It doesn't change. You use exactly the same past. Every single time will happen the same with regular verbs. But what happens when we have irregular verbs? For example, um, this one. Okay, let's see this list. We have simple past and we have past participle. And it changed completely. Imagine this. Or this one, a walk, past participle, awoken. Past simple past, was and were. Past participle, been. Past, bore. Past participle could be both. Born, born. Well, the pronunciation is the same. Become, well, that would be become in past participle. So what does mean? That in past participle, in irregular verbs, you have to memorize again the another list of past participle verbs. So they are not the same. With regular, you don't have problems because it's the same, right? So it's the same simple past, so you don't have to change nothing, so you don't have to worry about it. But with irregular verbs, yes, right? You have to be careful with the past participle. So to review a little bit, we're going to have this dynamic that is similar. The one that we have on, let's see, that was on Monday, I think. Okay, let's see. It's the same game. We have the past. We have to guess the past participle, not the simple past, the past participle. Okay, let's see. For example, we have in this one, where. So, what could be the past participle of where? Let's see, David. Do you know the past participle of where?
What?
Where? This one? This?
Warm.
One? Okay, yes. Yes, was born. Now, Adelina, what is the past participle of do?
Don't.
Don't? The past participle? Don't? This one?
Yes.
Okay, don't. Exactly. Now, Rodrigo, what is the past participle of win?
Won.
Okay, that would be won. Pretty good. Now, let's see. David, the past participle of swim.
Swim. Swam.
Swim? Swam. Swim? Swam. Which one?
Swam.
No. Swam is the past. Swim
Swam.
is the past participle. Swim, exactly. Now let's see, Adelina, the past participle of fall.
Felt.
Let's see. Felt? No, was that felt?
Oh. I don't know. Full?
No,
No.
no. What would be?
Fallen.
Fallen, exactly. Fallen. That is the past participle. Okay, now let's see the next one. Rodrigo?
Said.
Said? Yes, because it's regular, exactly. So you don't change anything. You use the same, said. Okay, now let's see the next one, Vladimir. You remember the past participle of think?
Hi, teacher. Yes, I remember. Thought.
Thought. Good. Okay, now let's see. The past participle of see, David.
Seen.
That would be seen. Okay, good. Adelina, the past participle of have?
Had.
Okay, have, yes. Now let's see, Rodrigo, the next one, the past participle of run.
Run.
Run. Run? Sure?
Run.
Wrong on this one. Okay, the pronunciation. This one is run, and this is run. It's more like an O sound. I know it's almost the same, but it changed a little bit. Okay, now Vladimir, the past of sell. The past participle.
Salt.
Sold. Okay. Now let's see, David, the past participle of think. The drink, sorry.
Drank.
That would be drunk. Nope.
Drunk.
Drunk. No.
Drunk.
Drunk. Okay, yes. Now let's see, Adelina, the past participle of go.
Went.
Went. No, that is a past. A simple past.
Oh, yeah. Gone, been.
Gone and been. Yes. Okay, that is a past participle. Let's see. Almost the last one. Let's see, Rodrigo. What is the past participle of lose?
Lost.
Okay, lost. And let's see one more. That will be the last one. Vladimir, what is the past participle of make?
Made.
Okay, that would be made. Exactly, guys. So now let's change the presentation and let me show you this one. Okay, so it's important that when we are using the past participle, that we use the past participle when we study the present perfect. Okay, the present perfect is a little bit similar to a simple past. We sometimes used to confuse that questions, that the structure, but it's not exactly the same. Okay, so let's pay attention when do we use it and which moments we use it. Okay, to show you a little bit about how you have to create a sentence, let me show you some questions and let's try to give it an answer and then I will show you the structure. Okay, one common question that we have with this structure is, have you ever? Have you ever? And we answer with verbs in past participle. Have you ever? And the answer should be in past participle, not in past, in past participle. Okay, let's try a little bit. And if you commit mistakes, don't worry. That's the idea, to make you identify what is the difference between simple past and past participle. Okay, and if I ask to Rodrigo, tell me, have you ever won anything? And what is it? Or what was it?
I don't remember if I won anything. Maybe in my childhood.
Okay, good. Well, that could be. Now let's see, Adelina, have you ever had a broken bone?
¿Cómo tengo que responder, teacher?
At this moment, just try it as you think. Then I will show you the structure.
Okay. I had broken my, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Brazo?
Arm, arm, arm.
Okay. Arm. Broken my arm when I was a child in the school.
Okay, and what happened? What happened? Why did you broke?
I was played baseball. So a partner, ¿cómo se dice? Como que me empujó.
Push. Push me.
Push me, a partner push me, eh, and I broken my arms,
Okay.
and I went to a hospital.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Thanks. That could be. Now, let's see, David, tell me, have you ever cried because of a film? And which film made you cry? Film is a movie. It could be in movie too. Tell me, have you ever cried watching a movie?
I never cry for watch a movie in the past.
Okay, okay, that's good. Thanks. Now let's see, Vladimir. Have you ever had a pet? And what kind of pet did you have?
Um, yes, I had ever had a pet. I don't remember the exact number, but most of them um have been cats.
Cats. Okay, do you like it? You like it? Okay, that's good. I have three cats, actually.
Three cats.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. I just have one cat, a black cat, but I don't know. I think he he needs a brother.
Okay, yes, they need, because if they don't have partners, yes, they feel sad. That's that could be. Yes, but when you have too many, they are a disaster. L- Yes,
Oh,
they are.
don't make me feel afraid about my idea.
Oh no, don't regret about it. Okay, but that's good. Now let's see. Let's see, Rodrigo. Have you ever met anyone famous, and who did you meet? Rodrigo?
I never meet any famous. Or yes, maybe Latentious in the
Oh,
country is
that could
very famous.
be. Yes, that could be if you meet him or meet her. I'm not sure how to how to
I
call.
say meet her in this case because it's
Yes.
Latentious.
Yes, because it's a character, exactly. So that would be meet her. Well, that's valid. That could be. Okay. Now let's see, Adelina. Have you ever been on a concert? And whose concert was it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
A concert Ricardo Arjona.
Okay, very good.
em, también Juan Luis Guerra, Chayanne,
Okay, good. You have
eh,
been in many.
oh, but more Ricardo Arjona. I like it
Okay, and what was your
very much.
song? Okay. What was your favorite song in the concert? What
Oh,
or all of them?
no, all, yes, all.
Okay, good. That's good. Now let's see one more and then I show you the structure, guys. David, tell me, have you ever tried an extreme sport?
I don't have a extreme sport. My extreme experience had is to work in the towers of the telecommunication. It's very tall.
Yes, they are very tall, exactly. That could be extreme, not exactly an sport, but yes, it's an extreme activity. You have to be so careful. Okay, that's good. Now, guys, let me show you how do you create a sentence to answer. You have a create really good sentence, so that will be easy for you. Okay, let's see. This unit is about the present perfect. This unit 3 in the pre-intermediate 3, okay? And today we're going to focus on positive and negative sentence, and tomorrow we're going to study the questions, right? We're going to have more questions like the questions at the beginning. Okay, what could be the present perfect? Okay, first of all, it's important that in all the sentence that you create with present perfect, you use this auxiliary verb. This is the auxiliary verb in present perfect. In simple past, the auxiliary verb was did. In present perfect, the auxiliary is have. Okay, and we have divided into categories, have and has. Two different ways to write, to spell the verb. When I use have, okay, Vladimir, when I use have.
When you refer to the first person,
Mhm.
or when you talk about a group, I guess,
Okay,
like
the group.
we and they.
Exactly. You use the simple like the main, no, that would be uh you can see the main person, that is I. It's singular. Then when you talk about the second person you, and the plurals, exactly as you say. We and they.
The plural.
The plurals. And when do we use has?
This is easy. We use has when we talk in third person.
Exactly. When you talk about the third person, he, she, it, you use has. Okay, thanks. Good. Now, let's see some examples. Remember, this is simple past or past participle? What do you think? Guys, is past or past participle? The verb that we have to... Exactly, it's past participle. This is a verb that is regular. That's why you see the verb like if it is in past. But remember, when you have regular verbs, you do not change the past participle because it's exactly the same. Started, started. Visited, visited. Waited, waited. So that's why you see that we are not changing nothing in the verb, but just the change. Okay. Let's see this one. David, help me to read the first sentence.
I have worked.
Okay, good. Now let's see, Rodrigo.
You have learned a lot.
Good. Adelina.
We have danced before.
Okay. Vladimir, next one. Yes, what's dance?
They had called you.
Okay, good. David, the next one.
He has fixed the car.
Good. Now let's see, Rodrigo.
She has baked a cake.
Okay, Adelina.
It has stopped raining.
Okay, good. Now let's see. Okay, they are the examples that we have. Now let's see when we use the past perfect tense. That is the past perfect tense. Okay, this is the use. If you see they have something in common, it has stopped raining. Okay, let's think about carefully about the. She has baked a cake. He has fixed the car. Okay, they have called you, and the rest of them have the same thing in common. Now, let's see when do we use it. Vladimir, help me to read when do we use it.
Okay. See, from present perfect. Um, perdón, desde presente perfecto.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Present perfect tense is used for activities that started in the past, but are still true now or have effect on what is happening now. For example, we haven't been there yet. He has taken the cow to market, and he has lived here for many years.
Okay, good. So we have something in common, guys. When you use the present perfect tense, it's because you are talking about the past. Yes, you are talking about the past, but it's connected to the present. Activities that started in the past, but are still true in the moment of speaking. So it's related to the speaking. What could be the difference between past and between the present perfect? Past is something that finished and you don't have to care about it and it's not involved in the present. But present perfect is something that started in the past and is still true at the moment of speaking. It means it's still true in present. It's still related or has some effect on what is happening right now. That is the difference between them. Okay, let's see something else. Let me show you. Okay, we have the structure. Okay, let me show you the structure that we use. Okay, in affirmative sentence, you use the subject at the beginning, then you have the modal verb, the auxiliary, or you also can call it the helping verb, and then you have not the past, you have the past participle. Okay, Adelina, help me to read this. Subject, auxiliary, and past participle. The sentence, just the sentence.
Okay. I, you, we, they.
Have,
He, she, it.
okay.
Auxiliary have. Okay. I, you, we, they have lived.
Okay,
Okay. He or she, it has studied or eaten.
exactly. Okay, that could be. There are just some examples of past participle, but that's the idea. Have is only with are, you, we, they. And has, you use it with he, she, and it. Good. Okay. Now what happens if we want a negative sentence? We use the contraction haven't, or you use the contraction hasn't. That is exactly the same when you say have not, right? Have not, and you say has not. That is have not and has not. Or you say haven't or hasn't. And it's exactly the same. You divide the two groups of personal pronouns, two auxiliaries, and the past participle can be used with all of them, right? Let's see, Rodrigo, help me to read how we divide it.
I, you, we, they haven't lived. He, she, or it hasn't studied or eaten.
Okay, pretty good. So that is the structure, guys. So that's how we use it. And let me show you the next one. That would be, want to show you this. We also can have some contractions a little bit different when you use these grammatical things. Okay, we often use contraction with this tense. For example, this one. Okay, you can contract not only the have with the negative like haven't or hasn't, you only can contract the pronoun, the personal pronoun with the modal verb have, like this. I have, and you pronounce I've. That's why most of the time when you listen a native person talking with this grammatical tense, they never say, I haven't, she hasn't. They use this type of contraction. So they say, I've been in another country. I've traveled to Germany. And in that moment, we get confused because we don't understand what are they saying. But this is a contraction. I've. It's like to say I've, and then you could with V sound, V. You put your tooth on your lips. I've. Then you say you have, you've, and you could the sound with the same movement. Oh, with, they, and then, okay, what happened when he has, she has, and it has? It's a little bit different because you don't have, you don't use have, you say has, so you don't have the letter V. So you say his, she's, its. Okay, and this is exactly similar to the verb to be. But tell me, how can you identify the difference between verb to be when you say she is and you say she's? For example, when you say she's my sister, and when you have the she's, but this is the contraction of have, what could be the difference? What do you think? Any idea?
Verb in past.
The past participle. Exactly. If you see she's, but then you have a possessive, a noun, a place, that is verb to be. But if you have a past participle, right, after she's, that is not verb to be. That is the contraction of present perfect. And you pronounce the same. She's been in Germany. She's my sister. The sound is exactly the same. So be careful when his, she's, its, because the pronunciation is exactly the same. So you have two options. The full structure, I have lived in Florida for 2 years. Or I've lived in Florida for 2 years. So that is another contraction that is so commonly used in this grammatical sense by natives. So be careful with that one. Okay, questions about it? Question about this slide? Do you have questions about how to pronounce, how to use it? Or no questions?
For me, it's clear, teacher.
Okay, good.
No, teacher.
Okay, we're great. Okay, now let's see. Let me show you something. Okay, now I'm going to show you some examples about when do you have to use it or when we use it. Okay. Another use of this could be the next one. Okay, the present perfect tense, when do we use it? David, help me to read the first chart. Present perfect is?
Present perfect is typical used for things that happen in the past without exact times. Here are some good rules to remember.
Okay, pretty good. Thanks. Now let's see the first one. Help me with this. Rodrigo, use the present perfect tense when?
An event happened in the past, but you don't know the exact time.
Exactly. When an event happened in the past, but I don't know the exact time. That's one of the moments when you use the present perfect. Something happened in the past, but I don't know the exact time. For example, you can say, I have been in Los Angeles many years ago, but I don't remember when was it. I use past participle. That's the past participle verb, And the tense, present perfect. Okay. An event in the past, but I don't know the exact time or I don't remember the exact time. Now let's see. Adelina, help me with this.
Talking about a continuous state. I
Mhm.
have been here for hours.
Exactly. When you have been doing something for many hours, imagine that you have a homework, okay, and you start this at 1 p.m. and it's 8:30 and you haven't finished. So you can say, I have been here for many hours doing this homework because it's a talking about a continuous state, something that happened in the past and is still affecting your present because you haven't finished. You are still doing the homework, okay? Second use of present perfect. Now let's see one more. Vladimir.
Sorry, something happened in the past and is impacting the present. I have broken my leg and it is making things difficult.
Okay, so that is the basic or the common use that we have. Something that happened in the past and affect the present is impacting the present. I have broken my leg and it's making me things difficult. Maybe 1 week ago, I broke my leg, but at the moment, I still have my break broken, right? So for that moment, right now in present, it's making things difficult. So it's affecting my present. And we use present perfect. Okay, now let's see. Rodrigo, help me with number 4.
Referencing sometime in the past, though the period of time is still happening. I have been to the museum 3 times this month.
Okay, when you did something in the past, in a specific period of time, and this is still happening. It means that you will do it one more time. I have been to the museum there 3 times this month, but tomorrow I will go again because I really love it. So it's present perfect, the grammatical thing that you use. And let's see the last one, David, help me to see.
You see signal words that indicate the past but not a specific time. I haven't been to the movies lately.
Okay, so this is similar to the number 1. An event happening in the past, but you don't know the exact time. Or you see signal words. You have clues that they are talking about the past, but you don't have the specific time. So that is another moment when you use the present perfect. So in the PPT, I will put this rule so that we help you to identify, right, if you have to use it or if you have to use simple past. Remember that simple past is not related to the present, but the present perfect, yes, it is. Okay, now let's see some examples of the same rules. Okay, let's go back to this presentation and we have the common situation that started in the past and continue now. Vladimir, help me to read the 3 examples.
Okay, I have lived in Querétaro for 3 years. She hasn't had a vacation for 2 years. And how long have you worked here?
Okay, very good. Now let's see the next one. We have past events with a present consequence. It's affecting your present. Let's see, Adelina.
Eh, I've lost my wallet. I can't find it. Have you eaten yet? Are you hungry? I've just finished the report. It is ready.
Okay, so they started in the past, they are past event, but they have a consequence in our present. I've lost my wallet and I can't find it. So I don't have my documents, I don't have my money. It's affecting my present. So it has a consequence. Have you eaten yet? No, I have headache because I haven't eaten yet. Or I am really hungry. I am starving because I haven't eaten yet. It's a consequence because I haven't eaten. Or I've just finished the report. Right now, I'm so tired. I just finished the report. I have been working the whole noon in this homework. It's affecting my present. So that could be another example. Now, we have some life experience when you did something in the past without a specific time, you can use present perfect. So that's why when you talk about previous situations that you really like it, that could be positive activities, or maybe, well, bad situations like, have you ever broken a bone? Have you ever been in a hospital or something like that? But they are part about life experience. And we also can use to describe them the present perfect. Let's see, Rodrigo, help me with this example of life experience.
I have never tried octopus. He's been to Cancun 3 times. Have you ever broke a bone?
Okay, good. So they are life experience. And as you can see, you don't have the specific moment, right? You don't say, I have never, well, that cannot have in a specific time. I haven't tried, I have never tried octopus. If I have never tried it, I cannot say when, so I don't have time. Or he's been to Cancun 3 times, but they are not telling the years, the months, the moment. And the other question, if that is a question for another person, I cannot say the time because I don't know it. It's just a question. I am just asking about the life experience. Have you ever broken a bone? I cannot say, have you ever broken a bone in 2012, for example? No, it's not the way that you answer. You ask for it. Okay. And now let's see. Okay, I have the full structure and I will ask you to tell me the contraction. So let's practice. Right now we're going to practice the contraction form because it's best that you get used to with the contraction, because a native, that's the idea that you can speak English like a native, they use the contraction and not the long structure. So let's try with the pronunciation with this one. Okay, let's start with David. What could be the contraction of this sentence?
I worked.
Yes, exactly. Now let's see, Rodrigo. Pretty good. Thanks, David.
You've learned a lot.
Good. You. Now, Adelina.
We've danced before.
Yes, exactly. We've danced before. Good. Now, Vladimir.
They have called you?
They've.
They've called you.
Yes. Good. Now let's see, David.
He's fixed the car.
Yes, very good. Now let's see, Rodrigo.
She's baked a cake.
Yes. Now let's see, Adelina.
It's stopped raining.
Yes, exactly. Now let's see. Okay, that was the last one. And we have these examples. Okay. When you say I have, that is I, as you said. When you say we have, you say we've. When you say she has, live, she's, live. Or John has, John's been. Okay. Can we use contractions? That is the focus. Let's focus on this sentence. Okay, I will show you something specifically. This sentence according to this. Another way, do not confuse the verb to be and the present perfect. Okay, when we use the verb to be, they are my cats meowing. Okay, when you say she's my sister, that is correct, you can say it. But you cannot say, for example, Lara's my sister. Is that correct? Can we say it like that? Lara's my sister? It's possible?
No,
No, it's not possible, exactly. Because we couldn't contract the verb to be with nouns, only with personal pronouns. So this with the verb to be, remember, this is example with verb to be. Okay, so we cannot use it like that. You say she is my sister or Lara is my sister, but you cannot say Lara's my sister. Never, that is not correct. But as you can see with present perfect, you can use it like that. You can say just has been here before, or you can say John's been. John's been. So it's possible. If you say John's and then you see a past participle, that is not verb to be, guys. So there is no way to confuse it. So that is the past participle verb, that will be present perfect. So it's a way how you can identify that that is another grammatical sense that is not verb to be, it's present perfect. Okay, so questions, guys? Do you have questions at the moment? At the moment? Any question?
no, teacher.
No.
No, teacher.
Okay, good. Now let's see. We're going to practice a little bit, but let's see. Okay, we still have 9 minutes, so we're going to have some cards, and you will ask to your partner some question. That will be quick because we have a fewer little time. Okay, so can you see the screen now? Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thanks for answer. Now let's see what we're going to do. We're going to try to know some life experience of our classmates or partners, okay? So let's see, Rodrigo, select one question and ask to any of your classmates.
To Vladimir, have you ever crashed your bike or car?
Yes, I I have um I have crashed my bike when I was younger.
Oh, we all. Okay. So, Vladimir, select another and ask to any of your
Okay,
classmates.
the next question is for Adelina. Um, Let me see. Have you swum in the sea this year?
Yes, I have swum in the sea this year.
Okay.
The,
Continue.
the, para decir el mes pasado,
The last month.
the last month. Okay.
The last month. Okay, now Adelina, select another and ask to one of your classmates.
Okay. David. Have you cleaned your shoes today?
No, I don't clean my shoes today.
I haven't
I haven't cleaned
cleaned my
my
shoes. Okay, yes, don't know because that is present, is simple present. So you say haven't, I haven't, or I have not, if you prefer the long sentence. Okay, David, select one and ask to any of your classmates.
Rodrigo, have you ever run a marathon?
I haven't run a marathon.
Okay, you haven't. Okay, now Rodrigo, select another and ask to any of your classmates.
Adelina, have you ever lost money?
Yes, I've lost money.
Okay, that's the contraction. I've lost. Okay, yes, me too. Okay, Adelina, ask another question.
Okay, Vladimir. Have you planned your summer vacation yet?
No, I haven't planned my vacation yet, and are coming soon.
Yes, that's true, they are. Now let's see, Vladimir, one more to any of your classmates.
Okay, the next question is for David. Have you recently played football?
Yes, I have recently played football.
Okay, pretty good. And one more, David, the last one, to any of your classmates.
For Rodrigo, have you ever worn second-hand clothes?
Yes, I've worn a second-hand clothes.
Okay, good. That's good. So, guys, that's the idea. I know that right now we are thinking about the structure when you say the sentence, right? Because you are, I have, and then the past participle, because I know that it's complicated the first time that you study the topic. But yes, well done because you have been carefully using the structure correctly. I, then you say have or have not, if that is negative. And then the verb, remember, is not simple past, is past participle. So in this, we can try to review the past participle specifically in irregular verbs, because with irregular verbs, we used to commit mistake because they are different. They are not exactly the same. With regulars, it's okay. We don't have too much problem with them because it's just the simple past. The simple past and the past participle are exactly the same. So guys, we're going to stop here for today class. That will be Today we study positive, negative, and the uses, of course, the uses of a present perfect. And on Monday, let's see, yes, on Monday, we're going to study the questions and also with the yes no question and the double H question. And I will give you some extra tips to make easy this topic. So guys, thanks for joining today. I hope you have a great weekend and I hope to see you next week too.
Thanks.
Bye, teacher.
Good evening.
Have a great night.
Thank you, teacher. Good night.
You're welcome, guys. See you.